Hey you, early birds and night owls. My name is Nox, aka Mako, and welcome back to SimAirport. This is my second time recording this episode, and for that I apologize because we have done quite a bit in this quote-unquote missing episode that apparently was not recorded, even though I felt like it was being recorded, but sometimes technology just malfunctions. It happens, you guys, it happens. But yes, what we did here is we added some more ticketing, and this now kind of sort of works. As you can see, people are going to these other queues, but they still tend to favorite this. As you can see, this one's getting a little overfilled right now, which is not good. I've been considering just making maybe a few queues for each one instead and seeing how that goes, but we'll focus on that later on because I did add 2 more gates. That's right, we have 2 more gates now, and it's getting even laggier than before, but hopefully it's gonna work because, well, now we're making tons of money. Oh yeah, look at that. Tons of money is coming into us, and hopefully it's gonna help us actually finish the expansion down here, which I want to continue on actually doing right now by making this right here so we can add our next baggage claim. I don't know if it's gonna work because it seems like having double things is not so good. And what I mean by that is that, well, it seems like they favorite this restroom, these 2 restrooms over here, and then just ignore these for the most part. So people who have to go on flights that are over here, they're like hanging out over here when their flights are about to leave. And that means that they never make their flights, which is a bit of a problem, and I really don't like that. Also, I don't know if I realized it before, but you can see which flights we have coming in on each day if you just scroll over the gate. So that's actually really cool. I love that feature. It's so good. But yeah, there's still some problems though. There's still some problems, and one of the problems that I really don't like is that the gate agents tend to go missing. As you can see, there's some there, but there's absolutely nobody here, and I did add enough gate agents for this, so I don't know where they are. I wish I could assign them 2 gates. I think there's one missing there too. My gosh, seriously? No, there's more than one. There's 2 missing. Yeah, that keeps happening. So I wish I could assign gate agents to each gate because this is becoming a little bit infuriating right now. There's nobody there. There's nobody there to take care. Is there even anybody actually showing up here? There's one person. There's a single person just waiting for this flight. I'm pretty sure they're all either going through ticketing, going through security, or getting stuck in the bathroom that's all the way over here. So, since the bathroom is such an annoying little feature here that we did not intend to add, I suppose what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these 2. And I'm going to build a central bathroom right up in here. So that way they can just go through here or through here to get to their flights. Because clearly having to go all the way from here to here is going to take forever. Especially when there's being so many people. My gosh. This is really taking like 50,000 years. Also, let me get rid of the planning up in here. Because we really don't need this anymore. There we go. Oop, drop that there. Everything's a little bit laggy right now. But I mean, that's my own fault for choosing such a big map, honestly. Alright, so what are we going to do next? We are going to go ahead and try to build in this central area, which I'm very hesitant to do because it gets so laggy when we're building. So let's see, how much is this going to cost us? That's not exactly what I wanted, game. That's really not what I wanted. Alright, so let's try it here. Click and wait, and there we go. So it's going to cost us. Okay, so we're almost there. We're almost there. We almost have the money to build this up. However, that is not all that we need to do. We need to also build up this area here because everything has to get scooched over a little bit. Like, security is mostly in this area for these gates. So we need to move security more centralized so we can have it actually focusing on both gates. Also, I realize that this is the middle point, so maybe I should probably start to figure out what I have to put in here. I think, wait, is that aligned? Is this aligned right here? Let's see, middle point, right? Oh, it's 2 middle points, my bad. So 2 middle points right here. Is this going where it ought to be? Let's see. Doop, doop. This is perfect. This is evenly split nicely. However, you can see now that security really is favoriting the left side there. So we're definitely going to have to change that up. Let's drop that there and clear that out because we don't need that there. Alright, so money. We need so much money to build everything up, which we could take out some loans because I believe our research is all completed. Standby. Standby gates. Standby gates can be used to improve airport operations by reducing the number of canceled or delayed flights. Well, that's nice. That's actually really nice to have. However, I have not been having issues like that recently because we've been scheduling things kind of sort of properly. So I'm not too concerned with that. And also, we really don't, if like standby gates are their own item, we really don't have the room for that. So let's not go there. Alright, so instead of building this up, I think I'm going to start building this up because this is part of the problem that we're going to need to fix pretty soon. So let's go ahead and do that up and hopefully... Oh my gosh, that was expensive. That was crazy expensive. Yeah, I would like to put in this last gate here, but at the same time, I think we need to sort out some things like with restrooms, security, and maybe, just maybe, making a specific queue just for every single ticketing desk because this one, these poor people here, they have way too much to do. Alright, so construction here has been completed, and now we can use this area for whatever we want. I really am so tempted to build this up next because we desperately need to move the restrooms. I am just so sick of everybody going over there. It's a weird bug for sure. What the heck is happening here? My gosh. Well, I did the individual queues and it seems like it's slowly kind of sort of working because people are slowly just creeping out this way and they're piling into the queues. I just hope that people can get through quickly enough because it seems like maybe there's too many people here. Nobody's really using ticketing kiosks. Never mind, I spoke too soon. They're all going over there right now. Well, this is a problem with building. This is a problem with laying down more foundation. Lately, it's been that when we start laying down more foundation, the game just lags. Suddenly, there's so many passengers appearing, and this happens every single time. Soon enough, they're going to miss their flights, and basically, like, half of these people are going to be leaving so angrily they're going to turn to pirates again, which is rather unfortunate, but it seems like that's just the way it is these days. Let's go ahead and build that foundation there so we can have that in nice and neat. And it seems that after that, we're just going to have to build in our little area over here with the baggage claim, and that should be about everything except for, you know, this very, very big middle area, which we have yet to put in. Alright, so how is that? Oh boy. Well, I did change this over here. The ATC tower was here in the middle before, but Jono in the comments suggested moving it away and actually adding another taxiway here, and I want to say it kind of helps, but at the same time, this plane looks like it's a little bit stuck, so I'm not so sure how much it helps. Excuse me, are you sure you want to go there? Just, go. Yeah, there you go. Alright, and now this one should be able to leave, because I'm pretty sure it's trying to... Wait, where's it going? I think it's trying to get to the gate, actually, now that I'm looking at it, and now all of these are stuck. Great. Gotta love it, you guys, gotta love it. Then again, this is what happens when you have just 4 runways for almost 10 gates, so that's my bad. Maybe you're the one that's stuck, because clearly you're the one that's dancing around a lot. Maybe you're the one that's stuck. Are you? Oh, it was that one. Aha. So it was that one that was stuck. So hopefully now we can get things moving because we have way too many planes here. And I wonder if we're having some cancellations. Clearly, the runways are taking... Oh, what? Gate A1. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate, but I guess it's going to happen because, you know, like I said before, there's just way too many people showing up on it. What the heck is happening here? What the heck? Is security stuck now? It looks like security might be a little bit stuck because this was not happening before. Oh my gosh. What is even happening? We have almost 4,000 people here. Well, I'm pretty sure this isn't a normal thing. This is very, very abnormal, actually. So maybe after everybody clears out, we should be able to have a nice day tomorrow, as long as, again, I don't build any more foundations. So this is going to be the last little bit I build for now. And tomorrow we shall see if this is going to be a problem, because clearly, right now, that's just way too much. And there we go. We are having ARGs coming in from all over the place now. That's pretty much understandable. Alright, so let's clear this out. We're going to go ahead and just remove this. This, however, is going to get removed later on because we're going to have to build in the baggage claim, like, pretty much right there soon. Not right now, but soon. And, oh my gosh, the lag is ridiculous. I just can't wait until it's time to build in flooring and carpeting and whatnot, because it seems like building is what gives us lag. Still is a problem. And can you imagine just laying down so many tiles at once? I think we're gonna have to do it like little by little, like maybe 20 by 20 tiles at once, or at a time, I should say. And hopefully that's gonna help us decorate this place, because it's looking fairly boring right now, and I want to, you know, give it some nice decoration so we can raise that environment need for sure, because people are gonna love that. For some reason, they have a hunger need, even though we have bars and a cafe. Also, we have these right up here to help them too, but it seems like they're just not using them. I think they're maybe trying to focus too much on going to the restroom, or too much on getting the heck out of here, because they're super mad that their flights actually never landed. Or, excuse me, that their flights left without them, because I'm pretty sure they've been landing, except for that one right there. Oh, delayed, failed to reserve gate. A6, where are we in A6? What are you doing? Why are you here? Hold on, you're really delayed, actually. You're usually not still. You're waiting for how many people? Oh, it's like half the people. All right, nope, you're leaving. I'm sorry, you're leaving because half the people apparently never made it through ticketing. Wow, this is a mess. This is a mess, like one of the bigger messes I've ever seen. So, yeah, how about that building foundations, huh? Because that's exactly what happens when you do it now. At least on these bigger maps for sure. All right, so it seems like maybe, I want to say maybe the problem is that we only have one desk tending to each queue. I don't think it's a problem because I see people always there. Maybe they're taking too long there because that same person has been there for a while. Now he's leaving. Interesting. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something right quick and see if it works. So this one can work with this one and this one as well. Let's just, use this one as a little guinea pig. So let's just assign that just like that and see if that's going to help out a little bit. Because if this one clears out super fast, then that might be good. This one might be the worst sample here because there's clearly a ton of people trying to pile into that queue. What the heck? What the, this is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. There's emptier queues, you guys, all the way over here. The queues are kind of sort of empty, and you can go over there and wait less time. Or, you can use these beautiful ticketing kiosks over here that are ready and waiting for you. It's going to take, not that much time compared to waiting in a line that's clearly endless. Gotta love it when the AI is a little bit malfunctioning. Oh my gosh. We clearly have not been getting all the buses coming over here lately. Well, that's a problem. That's a very, very big problem. Oh boy. Hopefully it clears up soon because don't know what we're gonna do then. Well, what do we have here? What kind of plane orgy is happening over here? My gosh. Okay, so let's see. Who might be the offender? You are definitely not supposed to be over here. You are definitely not supposed to be there. You guys are topped on... Okay, yeah, there's definitely some kind of weird orgy happening here. Let's try to break some... Oh, it seems like two of them that I clicked on were actually some of the offenders here. So let's see. You're piecing out? You are piecing out. Okay, good. So who's next? Let's try you. Let's see if that's one of the problems here. No, maybe not that one. Maybe this one? No, that one was actually one of the problems. All right, let's try this one as well because that one seems to be stuck in a really weird position. All right, so those are two are leaving. Good. Yeah, so we had a lot of planes leaving at the exact same time. I think what I'm going to have to do is definitely space things out a little bit more in our schedule now that we have two more gates because clearly a lot of the planes here were, well, actually, I want to say clearly they were a lot bigger than the usual ones, but I see 3 767s here. Wait, and then there's some 707s as well. Oh, and Bombardier CRJ. And there's another Boeing 707. Come on! What is up with these little planes here? They are not functioning as well as they should. All of you get out of here. You need to go to where you're going. You have been dancing for 5,000 years. Let's try to break you out of that. How about you? We already tried to break you out of it. Yep, you were one of the problems. Alright, so those two are toppled on top of each other. That is okay. And there's something else happening here. I think it's one of the ones that I have yet to click on. So let's see. Can we break you? No, we already broke you out. Alright, how about here? Anything else? Nope. Oh boy, those might be stuck forever because I apparently cannot click on either of them. I've already broken the deadlock on both of these two. Well, these two runways are clearly not able to be used right now. We're going to have a lot of problems now, clearly, because those are being taken care of with the stuck planes. Cancel. Okay, that was a gate problem, though. That was a gate problem over here. Right here. And, I mean, I don't see anything there right now, but clearly there was something on the way. Maybe one of these is going there. Wow, that was supposed to be... that was supposed to be gone a long, long time ago, and it's still stuck here. Excuse me, are you... Get out of here. Go where you're supposed to go. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Excuse me. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I know I should probably focus on taking care of this, but there's very, very little I can do. But yeah, actually, building the foundation was what was causing the problem. Seems like now we don't have as many craziness in terms of people. As much craziness in terms of people as we did before. Although we still have quite a lot of people because obviously the planes were a little bit late. And this is... Oh my gosh. Wait, there's 3? That's a runway. Interesting. I honestly don't know what to do. Maybe we can break this one out of the deadlock and see if that helps. Apparently you can't do that. Never mind. Oh boy, well, maybe one of these is parked here. Let's see. Boarded, standing in line. Okay, that's standing in line. This one's standing in line. That one's also standing in line. I'm thinking probably reloading the game is going to be the only thing we can do here. So we have delayed, failed to reserve gate. A7 is taken up right now. Yes, it is. Okay, that makes sense. You are almost done. Oh boy, gotta love how many problems we're having on the day when we end up with like 1 trillion people here. Okay, so things are going downhill very, very quickly, and we might have to actually work with the schedule to change things up a little bit, but let me just restart again, because clearly this is not gonna help us at all. Hurrah! They live! Okay, so this one's finally leaving our A350 there. These are, oh, they're moving. Yes, good, good. All right, so restarting was the answer to some of my problems here. However, it's still pretty laggy because let's see, how many people do we have here? Over 4,000 people, and suddenly it is just crazy lag. And it seems like we have a lot of traffic problems because still there are a lot of people to be dropped off, which is causing some problems. So I think what's gonna maybe solve this is waiting. By waiting, I mean waiting for a few days until the airport clears out of all the extra people that are not supposed to be here, so that, you know, everything will be nice and how it's supposed to be, because once it turns maybe 2 in the morning, this place should not be as laggy, but what should be that laggy? Because there's still some planes that are going to stay here for quite a while, because, of course, they're still waiting for the passengers that are taking 4 or 5 ever, so it's gonna take some time for it to all reset and be nice and normal again. Unless, you know, now it's a permanent state because we built in extra gates and whatnot, which, whoops, my bad. Did not mean for that to happen, but somehow that's just always what happens. Alright, so now we have, let's see, 4 gates here. I'm gonna add the other one over here, which means we should probably add in some queues or change things around. Now, in terms of changing things around, I will do that. But I think what we have to change soon is this restroom issue, because that's really, really annoying. So, can we add in, let's see, 1, 2, I think we could probably add in some more benches in there, because that might be okay. Or, let's see, what kinds of things can we add in here? Because I want to make sure that we put something in there that's actually meaningful. Well, how's about a bar? I think probably adding a few bars into that corner might be good, unless people end up getting stuck there as well, which for some reason I have a feeling it's going to happen. I have a feeling that that's exactly what's going to happen. So maybe we could add the offices instead, because I'm thinking, what can we put in here that might be wholesome and not something that people are going to flock to? Offices, because who wants to go into the office except obviously the CFO and the COO. And I do want to get the COO just so we can get this research, ooh, excuse me, just so we can get this research underway, just in case, because, you know, you never know. You never know. Sometimes gates can be full like we had today, but that was only because, yes, no, it was today. It was definitely today. Where the heck? Oh, wait, right there. Like we had today just because there was too many people here. Surprisingly. And there we go. We're still having the same issue as before. So no matter how I configure the queues, it seems that they're just gonna go wherever. They don't care. They're just gonna go wherever they want over here, and some people are just gonna go all the way over here for some reason. They just don't care. Alright, so that's annoying. That makes me kind of want to put the drop-off zone there, but as you can see, we already have a little bit of traffic now that there's so many people that maybe that's not going to be the best idea. Well, it's a thought, but it might not work. It's a thought that might not work, and these people, please, yes, please, just thank you. Thank you for leaving. Just don't wait for the buses. If you can walk, if you can go on foot, like, why wouldn't you? Just leave, everybody, please. We have way too many people here. I have to wonder, though, how many people are actually in this bunch. It must be like, I see 1,000? Is that too many? I have a feeling it might be 1,000, because, I mean, it looks like maybe, yeah. I'm going to assume it's going to be 1,000 there, because that's just a lot of people, and it seems like maybe the buses that we have for it are just not enough. And we're always, of course, ending up with more people, so this many gates might be a little bit crazy. Maybe with 3 extra large gates and 4 large gates was the proper mix there for a less than laggy airport. Although, I'm not saying it wasn't laggy, because clearly it was, but right now it's way too crazy for me. However, we must soldier on, because we are almost done here with the building part. And so, why not finish it since we're almost done, you know? Even though it's going to be a little bit laggy. Might as well just get it in, see how it works, maybe switch around the schedules a little bit to figure out how to make this not as laggy, right? That sounds like a good plan. Alright, so, that means that we're gonna have to build. We're gonna have to build no matter what. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna only build 10 by 10 squares, because if I build anything bigger than that, it seems like it lags way too much, and that's just, it makes me sad. So let's go ahead and start with, like that. And hopefully that's not gonna be too laggy, because, oh boy. All right, so what do we have over here? We have ticketing kiosks, and security exits. Okay, good, because we're gonna be able to use those pretty soon. Extra ticketing desks? Huh. All right, we could definitely use those as well, although I still think that once we add more over here, they're just gonna favorite those and then ignore like these first 4 here, which is such a headache, you guys. It's like such a headache. Oh my gosh, I can't even. And it seems like they're taking forever to actually get here, but the bright side is that now I can actually right click to delete this, right? Nope, it's actually still not letting me do that. Right click for construction options. Let me try that again. Oh no, that's actually not working. Wow. Oh boy. So yeah, there's still a lot of problems. It seems like it's been actually with the last few experimental patches that this has been happening, because before that these issues weren't actually present. So this is a little bit interesting to see. However, it seems like building small little areas might be okay, because we're not lagging. Oh, I was about to say we're not lagging as much, but I still see them freezing up. So this might not be good. I might have to build smaller than 10 by 10s, like maybe 5 by 5s at a time. Really? That's looking like what it's gonna have to be, because as you can see over here, these people are kind of all frozen there. And that's not so good. That's not so good at all. Excuse me, can you guys just keep on, just keep on moving. Trust me, you want this. I seriously, I'm not lying to you. Just keep on, there we go. Aha! So it stopped once we actually finished building out in the oh, never mind. I thought it was, building in the outside wall. No, maybe they just stopped building for a little second there and suddenly everything got moving again. Oh boy, gotta love actually building in the foundation. If only there was a open close button, because I would love that. Is there is it hiding somewhere in here? Is it like, can I just like tick it off and on and something like that and close the airport for like a second just so I can build in this part here and not have to worry about anything? Apparently not. So, that's rather unfortunate actually. I would love that kind of button just so I can, close everything down, get rid of the lag, and just build to my heart's content. I know maybe that's what Sandbox is there for, but why couldn't you do it in career mode, huh? Why not? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of those pillars there, and we should be, let's see, we should be lag free, but it seems like maybe something happened within the flights. Uh-oh. Did we lose a Star Connect flight for good? That's not so good. That is not so good at all. Well, let's take a look at our schedule here. You are absolutely 100% gone, aren't you, my friend? Let's see. 4473. Yep, you're gone. God dang it. Did Star Connect pull like most of their flights? No, they're there. They're definitely there. Let's see. They have no flights for us available right now. Oh, that is actually really sad. And we're going to need another morning flight, but I'm not seeing another. Oh, that's a really small one, though. Oh boy, gotta love all the problems that this lag is causing. So lag equals a lot of people don't show up, or a lot of people don't ever make their flights, equals Star Connect ends up hating us and pulls one of their flights, which means less money overall and probably some very angry people. Wonderful. Just gotta love it, you guys, gotta love it. But as you can see, it is 125 and the lag is not as bad as it was before, although there's still a bunch of people here. We have currently 2,500, less than 2,500. So maybe it's just that 4,000 passengers is way too much. I'm looking at the load on my CPU and my memory, and it's at about half from my memory and 38% from my CPU with OBS running. So it's not like it's really that bad. I think might be, I want to say it's single threading, but I'm not so sure about that. Let's go for maybe a 5x5 and see how that goes. This is gonna probably break security once I connect it up here, so that's gonna be a little bit of a cause for concern. Well, I guess I'm going to try to build it as close as possible and then put in a random wall or something like that, because we have to keep security secure, obviously, to keep the airport running. And it seems like maybe a 5x5 at nighttime might be okay. I'm going to say might be, because I'm starting to see them freeze up a little bit. Yeah, they're all flocking to this one right here again. Oh, come on. Come on. It's just a 5x5. What are you doing, game? Well, on the bright side, they built it up pretty quickly, so we didn't really have to focus too much on the lag. I guess we can continue building up just like this, because that might be the easiest and less trouble. Ooh, some way to do it. I don't see a wall there, so they can kind of just... Wait, they still have to go through security to get around there. Never mind. I thought that was a problem for a second, but it's really not right now. At least I don't see it being a problem. Sure. Let's continue building up this way then, because clearly that's working. I don't even know what's wrong. What is wrong here? What is even happening? What is wrong with you guys? This one is like barely empty. I mean, it's barely full. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's opposite day today. It's barely full, and people are just ignoring it. Wonderful. Although, yeah, I guess there's still like tons of people here, which means that we're probably gonna need more ticketing. However, what surprises me is that they're not exactly using the ticketing kiosks much. Maybe, just maybe, we're gonna need ticketing kiosks on the right side there. You know, since we have extras, I'm gonna do it. Just because I'm very, very curious if that's gonna help solve some of this issue here. So let's see, ticketing kiosks. We're gonna go ahead and add in a nice little row of them. Let's see, ticketing kiosks, right? I suppose I could just do them. Do they look different? Oh no, they look the same. I was like, wait, is that a different design? No. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I cancel that one? Of course I can. Of course I can. Well, that's okay. So let's go ahead and expand the ticketing zone just to this here. That should be good. And I'll try to get rid of the mysterious, I think that's it right there. I'll try to get rid of that as soon as they build it in. But I don't know when it's happening because it seems like the builders sometimes take forever. What are you guys doing? Oh, they're coming through here. Jeez. They're like walking in front of the queues. They're just like, excuse me, coming through. Excuse me. Yep, I'm getting, I have to work here. All right, understood. Can we please cancel this one? Nope. Come on. Oh, work. No, I don't want to fire the workman because he's doing the job right. All right, so let's see if this works for us. We're going to go ahead and cancel this one because we don't want that there. And look at that. Suddenly they're using this. Everybody's using this. So why wouldn't they go and use that? Is it because it's too far? You lazy bums. Is it because it's too far? You realize that the door is closer to that one than it is to this one, right? Oh boy. Alright, so we're gonna need more ticketing kiosks on this side because clearly that was the answer to all of our problems. Alright, so that's a pretty easy fix actually. So let's see. We want to go ahead and drop another one. Right, not there, but over here. Let's see, 1. Uh-oh. Lag. 2. And another one. 3. 4, sure. There's so many people here that it's like lagging hardcore. Oh my gosh. On the bright side though, we can get these in, so maybe this is gonna help out a little bit with processing people a little bit faster. I don't understand. If they have no bags, they should be immediately routed to whichever ticketing kiosks are in the area, not the desk. But it seems like that was just not the case. So, what? What? That's all I have to say, just what? Alright, so maybe this is going to go a little bit faster because clearly the queues are quite empty. Maybe we've got too many ticketing desks now because honestly, they seem to be enjoying the kiosks a little bit too much. And now we have a big problem over at security. Security is obviously very overloaded, which means that we're going to have to fix something up here. However, I want to keep the idea of having, I want to have 2 of these to 1 of these because it seems like most of our problems end up being over here, whereas they kind of sort of go through the ID check stands quite quickly. So this part is not as much of a problem as this part because it seems like maybe we have too many of these. Although they do focus on just these and kind of ignore this. Again, they just don't go to the emptiest queue, which they should. When you're in a grocery store, what happens? People tend to go to the emptiest queue. You walk around trying to find out which one's the emptiest, unless you know you're a different kind of person that's not like me. Then maybe some people do that. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge though. But yeah, that's a little bit weird that they don't actually shop around. I want to call it let's call it shopping around. They don't shop around, and they should. They ought to. Alright, so there we go. We have our ticketing kiosks added in here, so that means that should take care of some of the problem, or most of the problem, I should say, because it seems like now our queues are totally empty. What? Well, bright side, we solved the problem-ish. Not so bright side, they're only using these and ignoring everything that's on the left side there. So maybe moving this to the center is going to help out with, actually routing people to the different queues. However, it will not help out with the traffic because then we're going to end up with a lot of backup right in here, which of course is not gonna be good. Definitely a different layout would help with that. But this is what we chose, so this is what we're gonna have to work with. Alright, so maybe right now we need to add in some more kiosks, because clearly they're just piling on top of those, and we need to make sure that this goes a little bit faster. So, how's about adding another few back here? Let's see. Flip, flip, flip. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Missed one. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. I think it's 8. 7 or 8. There. And there we go. Alright, so that should be enough. Oh, gosh, you guys, I don't even know. I don't even know. Alright, so now that we have this built in, I guess we can continue with our 5x5s because clearly that's the only way to do this up. So, let's just do it up gently so we won't hurt the poor game. Let's see. Not that I love this game. I'm not making fun of the game at all. I'm just, like, trying to poke at the fact that it's a little bit laggy these days because of this map. Because I chose this massive map. I'm pretty sure this would not be happening if this was a medium map. Trust me. Alright, so what we can do right now is we could start building in this portion and kind of sort of just ignore this so we can maybe get in the last gate and see just how much laggier it gets. Or we can leave it be and work with what we have right now until we build in this portion here to sort out security a little bit better. And to move the restroom so we won't have this whole, I'm supposed to board over here, but I'm all the way over here when the plane actually arrives because that's annoying. 787 right now. We are almost fully boarded and you were supposed to leave a while ago. Great. Great. I think we do have more than enough. Yeah, we have more than enough time for you. I left enough time for that one to. Excuse me? Are you supposed to go in that one? Are you going to the restroom right now? You are going. Yeah, you are going to the restroom. Oh, that might be a no problem because clearly they were supposed to board a plane. They're very, very mad right now, but instead they were just going to the restroom. Well, we are definitely identifying a lot of problems right now. So that's something that we're going to have to check often to see if it's going to get fixed. Also, let's go ahead and remove... Oh, no, that's not the right thing at all. We're going to go ahead and remove this over here. And I guess, you know what, I'm going to ignore it for now. Because clearly building this in is a little bit silly. So I'll just do that on my own time. So then we could later on just fill this in with restrooms and security and whatever else we need to fill in there. Also, we have to sort out security a little bit better because it's not centralized. It's not centralized at all. This is our middle point, and security is clearly leaning over here. We want it to be more over in this area, and maybe we can use this for queues and maybe some more seating. But we'll have to see. And, oh, good. We cleared out all the people who were waiting here, although... Take a look at this mess. There were so many people there that this is just so dirty. Can you guys maybe start boarding this, or do you only board buses that are in this area? That's... Huh. Yeah, the bus was definitely waiting for passengers. That's a little bit of cause for concern. They should go into any vehicle that's waiting in this area here. Like, the vehicle should be marked, maybe like waiting for passengers or something like that, and they should go in there, but it seems like they only go into the first 2 or 3. Is it too much of a bother for you guys to actually walk this way? What's wrong with you people? Passengers are annoying. That's exactly what keeps happening here. The passengers are just really, really annoying. And clearly very favoritist. Now all of these are empty and they're only going to the ticketing kiosks. What the heck? Interesting problems that we have discovered here today, and maybe adding in these extra gates added to those problems, but we'll have to see what happens when we add in our very last gate here in the next episode, because that is it for this episode of SimAirport. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, share, support, and do consider subscribing if you are already not subscribed. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome night.